I want to explain a couple of things about simple, functional jazz harmony. And most of what I've learned about that subject has been with a guitar in my hands. The subject of simple, functional jazz harmony. It's not classical theory by any means. And the easiest way, the best way to explain this stuff is with the piano. Even though I'm not a piano player. So even though a lot of other people have done this, you can find this pretty much this same sort of presentation all over YouTube. I'm going to be talking about the C scale. The key of C. It's very simple to visualize and talk about two chords. The one chord, which is C, it's a C triad with the major seventh, beautiful chord, and then the two chord based on the second degree of the scale, based on a D. Two chords. They share one note in common, they both have a C, and then between those two chords they have every note of the C scale, of every inside note in the key of C. Okay, let's take a look. Talking about the key of C. All of these white keys. Here's another C. 7 notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. They're alphabet notes with no last name. You go to the black keys, they all have last names. C sharp or E flat. But we're just going to concern ourselves with the simple 7 notes, the inside notes of the C scale, the key of C. Now numbers get used for a lot of different things in music. Right now we'll just talk about the degree of the scale. The one note is also called the root. So just using our key of C keys, 1, 2, 3, and 3, 4, 5. If you take 1, 3, 5, you've got a C major triad. Classical music mostly concerns itself with the triads and all of the fun things you can do with them. Various combinations, and just won't even get started. All I want to mention today is that there's major triad and minor triad. I take this third of the scale and lower it by a half step. Now I have a minor, C minor, all right? Oh, a couple of things. You can move the fifth on your way to a 4 chord. You can take your minor triad and move the fifth down and make a diminished triad. But we'll get to all of that. For now, we're talking major triad, minor triad. Our 4-note chord, our 4-note 1 chord in the key of C, root, 3rd, 5th, and 7th, is this beautiful major 7. Our 2 chord, if we go to the 2 of the key, is a minor 7. That minor triad. Okay, the note they have in common is C. They both have a C, but then between them we've got all the notes in the key. So what I'll ask you to do for each key that we play is learn 2 arpeggios. Learn you're going to be playing all 12 keys, and then just learn the 1 chord, the major 7, based on the root of that key, whichever key it happens to be. And then learn the minor 7 based on the 2. For now. And that is such a good place to start. As I said, I'm not a piano player. That's the start of simple functional jazz harmony, and it's also the start of learning how to improvise over some really cool chord changes. Just briefly, the chord change, once we've learned these arpeggios, we're going to start playing over a 2-5-1, which is real simple. It's a 2 chord, D minor 7, then a 5 chord, which is just a G7, and here's one version of a G7, and then a 1 chord. All right? 2, 5, 1. And to do that, to begin effectively improvising, all you need is to know what notes are in the key you're playing in, to know your key, and to know those 2 arpeggios. You can have a lot of fun with just that much. You'll see.